This is me surprising YouTubers with their own items, but why? Well, I'm on a quest to make every YouTuber their own custom item for Gorilla Tag, but how will they react? And what will they say to the items? Well, let's try it out, starting with J-Man Curly. This is me surprising J-Man Curly with his own Gorilla Tag cosmetics, but why? Well, over 4 years ago, he posted his very first Gorilla Tag video, and ever since then, he's become the main star of Gorilla Tag content creation, and that comes with a problem. He doesn't have his own cosmetic, and his current outfit doesn't match his branding at all. So what if I made him 4 completely unique cosmetics? How would he react, and what is he going to say? Well, let's get started. So I just searched through J-Man's entire YouTube channel and found 4 common brandings that he used, starting with the first one. So I'm seeing like either this type of tape or I'm just seeing this. But before I'm gonna do that, I will import a shirt and then fix the texture down here so this logo isn't there. That's actually really good. Now for the actual yellow tape, I will duplicate this shirt and copy this part right here. Now I'm gonna separate it, and after a bit of making the texture, it looked really good. And now it's of course time to add the phone behind the yellow tape. So after I made it, I made some finishing touches and it looked perfect. And now that I'm done with this, I'm gonna check if J-Man is online. And as you can see, J-Man Curly is currently offline, so I can check back later, but I still have time to make the next cosmetic, which is his curly hair. So I'm actually just gonna get his hair from this model and turn it into Gorilla Tag cosmetic. And after completely removing his face, I finally got the hair looking great. But in order to make J-Man Curly have an insane reaction, I'll have to show my friend to see if they think he'll like it. Alright, so I'm about to call Subway, and hopefully he answers. Yo, what's up, bro?
Yo, what's up?
So basically, I'm working on this crazy video where I make J-Man Curly his own cosmetics, and I'm actually gonna show them to him later in the video, but I'm not sure if these are worthy of it yet. I still have 2 more cosmetics to make, but I just want to make sure that these first 2 are somewhat decent.
Come on, show me.
The first thing I made was the yellow tape shirt, right? And then the next thing I did was adding his hair. That was the second cosmetic. Is there like anything I could change? Because I want to make this as special as possible for J-Man so he could have an insane reaction.
Dude, I gotta be honest, these cosmetics are terrible. If you really want J-Man Curly to have an insane reaction, then these next few cosmetics should be something that's special to him.
I appreciate it, bro. Appreciate it. And with that in mind, I researched through J-Man's entire YouTube channel once again and found the perfect solution for the next cosmetics. Alright, so I found a picture of Gonzalez right here. My plan for this cosmetic is that I'm gonna have this backpack, then I'm gonna open it somehow. Just give me a second. It's pretty much open now. My plan is I'm gonna put Gonzalez in this like backpack, but first I have to make him. So I grabbed this Gorilla Tag plushie model and then started off by making his arm shorter. And once I was done with that, I made his neck, which was honestly pretty hard, but I got it working. And at this part, I didn't even know if it was gonna look like Gonzalez, but I kept going anyway. So I then started making the head, which was one of the hardest things I've done in this process. And so after messing around with his head form a bit, I was starting to question myself if this would even look good. Because let's be honest, this looks terrible. And thankfully, all I had to do was remove the texture, and then it actually looked like Gonzalez. And the last thing I did for the model was add the legs, obviously. So let's move on to texturing. So I started out by adding his base colors, and it already looks somewhat decent. I gave him the yellow tape and textured the rest of his body. And lastly, I added his boxing glove and positioned him in the backpack. And honestly, this turned out really solid. But wait, I gotta check if J-Man is online. And as you can see, he's inactive right now, which means he can come online at any second. So I have to make the next cosmetic fast. So for the last cosmetic, I'll be making the main character's helmet from his favorite game and turn it into a smackler version with his own branding on it. And I found this model of his helmet somewhere on a random website, and I'm gonna make this thing look insane. And first off, I started by wrapping the helmet around with yellow tape, which took so freaking long. Then I added the yellow tape texture to it, and it looked pretty good. Then I added the additional tape models to it, which took forever, but it turned out amazing. Then I found this Smackle logo, which I put on the helmet, and lastly, I drew on these purple looking lasers, and then I made the visor purple. But you have to wait and see what the final part looks like later on. So now let's go ahead and check if J-Man Curly is online. And as you can see, J-Man Curly is right now online, which is perfect. But before I send him the footage, I actually have to record it. So let me get on Gorilla Tag and do that right now. And after recording the half broken cosmetics, I could only hope that J-Man Curly would notice it. So the last thing for me to do is edit the video and upload it to YouTube. And after around 4 hours of being locked in editing, it was finally time. And as you can see, I'm on the YouTube homepage right now. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go up here and press create, upload video, and import the video of me showcasing it to J-Man Curly. Okay, so it's uploading right now. Dude, I'm actually so nervous, bro. Like, what if he doesn't even like it? Well, that's not to worry for right now. I'm gonna make the name of the title Unreleased J-Man Curly Gorilla tag cosmetics. There we go. Bro, you genuinely don't know how terrified I am. First of all, Game takes so long to respond. Second of all, what if he doesn't respond? And third of all, what if he just doesn't like it? Like, I've spent the last week on this basically, and it all leads up to this moment. And while I waited for it to upload on YouTube, I made a quick thumbnail for it, and that should be it. So now I'm gonna copy the link and post the unlisted video. And now, if I go to my friends list right here and scroll down, you can see that Jamin Curly is right here. He's online, as you can see. So if I go on his profile, I will send it. Dude, I'm actually so nervous, bro. Whatever. 3, 2, 1, post. Hopefully, just hopefully, he will see this and have a good reaction. And if not, then I don't know what will happen. But I will get back to you guys once he DMs me back. And I kid you not, but while I was editing this exact part of the video, the most unexpected thing happened. A notification sound played and I started recording immediately. I was kind of nervous to check my Discord, but on my second monitor, I saw a familiar face. And the guy who had DM'd me was none other than Jamin Curly himself. As you can see, Jamin just said, okay, cool, I can probably do this tomorrow for you. And I guess we'll see what happens tomorrow. Yes. Oh my gosh. Bro, you cooked. Got me freaked out. No way.
I am about to react to Zkript's video. I have not seen any of this yet. Zkript, I am waiting for my $500 though.
Over the past week, I've been working on 4 special cosmetics just made for you, and
oh, all right.
Without any further ado, let me change into
See, bro, no
what
pressure.
I think should look good. Something like that. Take off all my cosmetics.
08. My code is 089, bro.
And I will start with the first one, which is yellow tape shirt.
Oh,
yep.
dude, that is so sick.
I've specially made this one because it's your branding, obviously. I don't know why I wouldn't make it, but it's pretty simple.
Pause, bro. What a W. This is the coolest thing ever. Dang, I almost feel like we should actually make this happen.
Anyways, on to the second cosmetic, which is
second one.
Curly hair.
Oh, bro. That is so fire.
I'll tie your hair in Gorilla Tag. And
dude, we need to make this happen.
This next one, I put a lot of effort into.
Oh my gosh, that's so sick. All right, number 3, let's see.
With Gonzalez in it.
Wait, what? Bro. All right, I love the backpack, but I'm going to be real with you. Gonzalez looks a little cursed. But it's okay. I don't judge, man. It's freaking beautiful.
But yeah, this last cosmetic is not really my favorite. I can't lie. It's not that great, but it works. 3, 2, 1. Now, there's something I haven't told you.
What?
But the last few cosmetics are nothing compared to this one.
What? Oh! Oh! I have goosebumps right now. Oh! Bro! Dude!
Sadly, I couldn't get the in-game version working, so I hope you enjoyed the little cinematic animation.
I just got goosebumps,
but yeah, it's a combination.
Bro, that is, dude, the music, yo, you cooked, bro. I was not expecting that. Dude, that is so freaking sick. Zkript, dude, you are an OG, bro. I know you are because you got to the details, man. Dude, thank you so much for making these cosmetics. This is awesome, and I'm blessed to have you watching my videos, bro. Everyone subscribe to Zkript right now.
His reaction was really good, but hopefully that goes the same for our next YouTuber, which is Elliot and VMT. I'm attempting to make a song only using sounds from Gorilla Tag, but I only have 3 hours to do so in order to surprise one of Gorilla Tag's biggest YouTubers.
Hey, that was hard!
But is this even going to be possible, and is it actually going to sound good? Well, let's get started. Before anything, I'm gonna find some instruments and record those, which I could use for the song. This could have potentially worked, but it's already a song. A guitar. Awesome. I will definitely be using this. I mean, I don't really got anything else. I might as well go to City and find some instruments I could use there. There doesn't really seem to be anything. What about over here? No, there's like nothing. Maybe this? Yeah, definitely not this one. Yeah, that didn't go too well. But what I am gonna do is look through a bunch of the files on the Wikipedia and see if I could find something there. We are now in FL Studio, which is the program I'm gonna use to make the beat. If I go over to this folder called GT Sounds for Vid, I have all the sounds that I just got from in-game, and there's a lot. And the first thing I'm gonna add is this guitar. It sounds pretty good. I feel like I can make something cool with that. I think I'm gonna go start with E, and probably G sharp, and D sharp. Ooh, okay. Ooh, oh, that was so good. Put that right there. Oh, that sounds so nice. When it comes to music stuff, you just gotta trust the process, man. Okay, next thing I'm gonna do, I'm gonna add some effects. Pretty good. I added this portal effect. Lastly, I added this shaper box effect, and it sounds like this. Very groovy, I can't lie. I really like it. I think that's done for this sound, so I gotta find something else I could add. Maybe a guitar? Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. That sounds so sick. Let me add some effects to this electric guitar, Loki. Pretty nice. Hold up, I have a cool idea. Oh my goodness. Oh my gosh. Hold up, delete these. Who let me cook, bro? Who let me cook?
Bruh.
Holy tough. Alright, let me get some other sound. Oh my tough. Time to add the drums. So with the claps, then hi-hats. I'm also gonna fill up some space with open hats. I'm also gonna add this snap right here. And yeah, it sounds really good. I'm also gonna add a lot of snares, which is gonna make this beat sound really good. There we go. Oh my goodness. Okay, now I gotta add sound effects. I also added this snare roll, which sounds insane. Alright, so I just finished doing every single sound effect, and low-key, it sounds pretty tough. But before I show you it, I'm gonna go in game and record a video of me showcasing this song that I can send to the YouTube. Alright, I'm now in Gorilla Tag, and it's time to record the freaking video. So I've actually had this kind of prepared, because if I go over here, you can see that I made this beautiful shirt like a year ago. But anyway, I'm thinking of getting some like dark shots, and I can do that with the power of boom. Oh, that was tough as heck. Oh, wait, hold up. I think this could be like a perfect way to introduce it.
Bruh.
I'm just gonna get some gameplay footage. What?
Elliot!
Oh my gosh, I'm getting trapped.
Well, hello there, sire. I appreciate you for tracking me. I really appreciate it.
Oh my gosh, I'm getting trapped. And after almost getting my account hacked, I decided to get off to edit the music video. And after hours of being logged in, I finally finished it. But there's just one more thing I have to do before I show the YouTube, because I'm not actually sure if this song is good enough to make the YouTuber have an insane reaction. So to test that out, I'm gonna send it to a few of my friends and see what they think of it. I already have the beat section recorded. Here it is.
I'm nuts for that. I didn't know you made music this low-key hard though.
Yo, his beats are so good. I've heard.
Do you have the song done? I wanna hear it.
Yeah, bet.
Yo, that is hard. That's insane.
And with that, I officially think it's time to send it over to the YouTuber, which is Elliot and DMT. Alright, so I just asked Elliot if he was down to react to the video I made, so I'll wait for him to respond. I'm gonna go ahead and upload the song that I made onto YouTube so he can react to it. Dang, bro, I'm like nervous, bro. Like, what if he doesn't even like it? Oh yeah, I gotta figure out a name for it. What if I name it, "This song was made only using Gorilla Tag sounds"? Wait, I just had the perfect idea. Instead of having this stupid music video, I have something way more tough I could make, but this is gonna take me a lot of time, so this might be last minute resort. So let me just go ahead and do that. Oh bro, there's no way. Okay, so Elliot just responded as we speak, and I'm kind of nervous to see what he said. Well, let's see. He said, yes, of course. Let's go. Let me just give him a little bit more intel on what's going on, and then I'll send the video. I just sent every single intel for Elliot to do or use or react to whatever. He just said, yeah, bet I'm down. So let me just finish this up, and then I'll send it to him. It is officially now time to upload this to YouTube. Scrap this one. Get the freak out of here. Let me just reuse every single detail I made from the other one. So I have this for the thumbnail, and I'm gonna search up Vevo logo. So I'm just gonna copy it and slap that John into my thumbnail. Just change the color. So now let me export this. I'm gonna change the thumbnail because this is not it. This looks terrible. See, now that's fire. All right, now this should be it. So I'm gonna go ahead and post this as an unlisted video. Then I'm gonna hit save. I'm gonna go back to Discord and go to Elliot's DMs. And now it's finally time to send him the music video. I'm very nervous, but it's worth a shot. Okay, 3, 2, 1. Here goes nothing. Okay, I'm so excited, bro. I'll keep you guys updated. So be right back.
I'm recording. 3, 2, 1. Oh! Oh, I gotta make sure it's floating in my area. Oh, yo, he just pushed it into the fire!
Dude, he just freaking died.
Wait.
What, they got a helicopter?
Oh! Ew,
Oh
bro,
my
it
gosh.
scares.
Oh
Nah,
my.
this is hard. This is hard. Look at his left arm, bro. He has like a
Ew.
tumor or something. That's freaking scary. Oh! Hey!
Yeah.
Hey! That was hard! It's Zkript!
Hey!
Hold on. Oh, yeah, okay. Watch.
Oh, we did everything at the same time! We did it again! Wait, right? Bro, that was so funny.
This is hard.
Wait.
Hold on.
Okay. Yeah! Bro, that was tough.
That is hard, bro. That was
was
only
tough.
gorilla tag sounds?
Bro, he had a helicopter up in there.
How did?
That
That was not gorilla tag, bro.
He did some heavy mixing on that one.
That was hard. Wait, one more for the road.
Wow. That was a blast. But this next one is really special, so trust me, you don't want to miss out. This is my brother about to realize that he's getting his own VR headset. But first, I told him that he's getting 5 custom Gorilla Tag cosmetics for his birthday. And what he doesn't know is that I'm secretly gonna surprise him with his own VR headset that he's been wanting for years. How is he going to react? And what will he say to the cosmetics? Well, his birthday is in 4 days, so I gotta work on the first cosmetic, which is his own cat. And before I do anything, I'll have to go outside and find my cat to get some references for the cosmetic. And after searching through the entire place that I live, I finally found him. So I took a few pictures and now it's time to model him. And the first thing I made was this head, which honestly doesn't look like what I was going for. So I made a new model and it looks worse. Then I finally got his head looking right. So I then added the texture and it looked amazing. Finally, I added his body and I called it a day. But without realizing, it had been 12 hours. Which means I gotta lock in with the next few cosmetics in order to make him have an insane reaction. And the next thing I'm gonna be making is a Manchester United shirt. Okay, so for this one, I'm gonna try to make it as good as possible because he's been a fan of the team for years. And even going as far as putting a custom metal plate of the logo on his room and putting a shirt on my dog. And to start off, I found this random shirt somewhere online. Then I turned the color red inside of Photoshop and started adding black stripes to it. And once done, I added the Manchester United logo to the shirt and the Adidas logo. And after importing it into my 3D software, I did a lot of adjustments to the shirt and ended up with these 2 versions. One with black stripes and one with white stripes. And I honestly like both really well. And to make sure that my brother has an insane reaction, I'm gonna show them to my friends to see what he thinks. So I'm about to call Subway, which is the guy from my last video that literally saved the surprise I was making for Jim and Curly. So let's hope he does that again. Okay, so this time I'm not making any cosmetics for any YouTuber, but instead I'm actually making it for my brother. So I want this to be really special, you know? So the first thing I made was this cat. Basically, he has a gray cat, and I turned it into like a Nintendo 64 type model. The next thing I made was this Manchester United shirt. He's such a big fan of this team. And I also made one with the black stripes on it. What do you think?
Dude, I'm not trying to be mean or anything, but these cosmetics are like really bad.
Bro, I thought these were like good.
If you actually want your brother to freak out in a good way, make something he connects with or something he genuinely wants.
Like, what do you mean?
Is there anything he like really wants?
Wait, low-key, I have the best idea, bro. Thank you so much, dude. Actually, thank you. I'm gonna go now and work on these cosmetics because I only have like 2 days left, so I gotta do this fast.
All right, see you, bro.
See ya. And the next thing I'll make is a John Deere cat. My brother's been a fan of tractors for so many years, and I think John Deere is his favorite one. We even live on a farm and have so many tractors ourselves. And I'm not even gonna lie, but I think he has one of these cats in real life. So this is just perfect. Okay, so I found this reference on Google, and I really like how it looks. And I have the official Gorilla Tag cat in my 3D software. So the only thing I really have to do is make the texture. And I started off by making the white part of the hat, and then the red part of the hat. And lastly, I removed the Gorilla Tag logo. I then added the John Deere logo and changed the logo to match the original reference that I had. And I could you not, but making this one logo look good took an hour. But here's how the final version looks. I actually really liked how this one turned out, so I'm gonna make a green version as well. So after recoloring every single bit of the hat, it actually looks somewhat good, or, well, sort of. There's a problem though. I only have 1 day left until his birthday, so I gotta lock it in this last cosmetic, which is a VR headset with a gift wrap on. I know it sounds goofy, but I am making this for his early birthday, and I haven't been able to give him any good gifts these past years, so this might be the only chance to do so. And he's always wanted a VR headset for Christmas, but he never got a chance to get one. But on the other hand, I did, and since I'm actually doing YouTube now and I can earn money from it, I decided to buy him a Quest 3S, which I'm gonna surpass him with later on. Anyways, let's start making it. I found a 3D model on the random website and adjusted the VR to fit the gorilla's head. And once I was done, I imported all the cosmetics I made into Gorilla Tag. But before I show it to my brother, I'm gonna set all this stuff up for his birthday inside of my room to hopefully fit the vibe of his birthday. So I found a stack of letters that says happy birthday on it, but I just don't really know where to put it. So after searching around for a bit, I chose to do it on the floor. And after setting everything up correctly, it was time for the second part of the birthday party, which is making the cake. Shout out to my mom for baking the cake for our entire family. So go in the comments and say W mom. Anyways, I took a dish and got a knife to cut out the cake with. And once I was done cutting, I went over to my room with a slice of cake, and my dog was for some reason here and took a bite of the cake, which honestly tasted pretty good. But after a bit of realization, I didn't think my brother was gonna come. I don't think he's coming, bro. It's been like 20 minutes since I made the cake, set everything up, and I'm not sure if he's gonna come. And after waiting a bit, I decided to eat the rest of the cake. So as you can see, I just ate the entire cake. It's almost been an hour, and my brother is not coming over, so I'm a little nervous. And look, right here, I've hidden my VR, so he won't notice it, and that's the one I'm gonna give to him. So I can't wait. I'll see you when he's over here. And after waiting for hours and hours on end, it was finally time to record with my brother. But sadly, that's when the worst thing happened. Dude, you gotta be kidding me. My headset died right when I was about to show my brother, and he was literally just here, about to show him, and then my headset died. I'm gonna come back in like 2 hours, and hopefully, you know, he should react. I'll see you there. So after waiting and waiting so freaking long, it was finally time to record with my brother. Alright, so I just got on Gorilla Tech to show my brother the cosmetics. And are you ready for the first cosmetic?
Yes.
Which is your own cat. Now, guess who it is?
Our cat.
That's correct. It's Gombi. Now, can you rate it from 1 to 10?
8.
An 8? Okay, I'll take that. I'll take that. And for this next one, there is this version.
Wait, that's fire.
There's also this version. Now, what would you rate this cosmetic out of 1 to 10?
10. It's cool.
And as you can see, my brother was enjoying these cosmetics a lot, but just wait until I give him the VR headset at the end. Anyways, on to the next cosmetic. Yeah, I don't know, bro just laughed at my cosmetic that I've spent 2 hours making. I also made this version of the hat.
Oh, that's cool. That's cool.
Now, what would you rate this one?
7.
And this was finally it. These past 4 days all lead up to this moment where I show him the last cosmetic. And to be honest with you guys, I wasn't sure how he was going to react to it, and I was quite nervous after all. And I just wanted to pause to say thank you all so much for subscribing and making this possible in the first place. And before I show you the cosmetic, if you could just please go down and subscribe, that would mean so much. Anyways, enjoy. Now for this last cosmetic, it's something you've wanted for a very long time, and it's your very own VR headset. Dit is...
Nej.
Jo.
Nej.
Ja, det er.
Nej.
Ja, det er.
Svær på den.
Det er dit, det er fra dit tydelige følelse. Do you like him? But yeah, happy early birthday, bro. Hope you enjoyed the headset. My brother then went on and played Gorilla Tag for hours on end. And again, thank you so much, guys, for letting this opportunity be real. And subscribe for more videos like this one. That was so wholesome. But for this next one, I will troll a YouTuber with fake Gorilla Tag emojis. What if Gorilla Tag had its own emoji pack? How would it look? And could you actually use them? Well, in this video, I'm designing a full set of custom Gorilla Tag emojis that you'll be able to use for yourself later in this video. But first, we're starting off by making the iconic Gorilla Tag character, which I'm gonna make in the iPhone style emoji. And to start off, I'm gonna grab a brush over here, which is a tool that makes me be able to make these Gorilla Tag emojis real. Scale it up a bit, then I'm gonna go up here and press symmetry. And essentially what this tool does is if I draw a line on the right side, it's gonna mimic it and put the exact same shape that I drew onto the left side. So the first thing you can start off with is making the base of the gorilla head. I'm just gonna move it slightly out like this, then put it up a tiny bit, straight up again, nice like that, and then slowly round it up at the top right here. Just gonna make it look like Gorilla Tag or something. This looks terrible. What am I making, bro? And let's start off by drawing the bottom of the head like that. Make it go slightly up and then straight up. Oh wow, that is way too fat. Let's try one more time. Straight like that, make it go up, that little edge right there, and there we go. That looks awesome, but I do feel like it's a bit too wide right now, so I'm just gonna go ahead and select the layer down here and like make it a little less wide, so something like this should work. I actually feel like that's perfect, and now I'm just gonna fill in the layer like this, and you'll see why later on, because trust me, this is gonna look insane at the end, so make sure to stick around. Now the actual reason why I made this black was because if I double click this layer, this is gonna pop up, and now what I'm gonna do with this is put on bevel emboss, inner shadow, and inner glow, and color overlay. And what that's gonna let us do is transform it from black into this. And as you can see, we just transformed it into looking more like an emoji, but there's still a lot of things we need to fix. For example, if you look at an actual emoji, you can see that it has some highlights right here and a bunch of shadows, which we can achieve by getting a white brush over here, then making the hardness all the way up, which makes the brush more blurry. And then I'm gonna put the flow down, and the same thing with the opacity, which is just gonna make it easy to shade with. Then I'm gonna make a new layer, and then I'm just gonna start drawing this white highlight all over the place, because trust me, it's gonna look really good at the end. That looks nice, but I feel like it's a bit too much, so I'm gonna grab the eraser tool over here and just erase the parts we don't need. Alright, nice, that looks good. And now the next thing we could do is make a brand new layer again, and this time make it fully gray, and then put the blending mode over here from normal to overlay, which is gonna let us shade it like this. So I'm just gonna shade these shadows right here, make them really harsh, because that's how they look in the actual emojis. Then up here, also gonna do a bit of that as well. And as you can see, I'm not done with the shadows. So now I'm just gonna go over here and grab the dodge tool and start making this really pop. But I do feel like the white is a bit too much, so I'm just gonna lower the opacity of it like that. Nice. Alright, there we go. And now the next thing we could go ahead and do is grab the brush tool over here, make it fully black. And now let's go ahead and draw out the actual face of the monkey, which does not look like this. Draw it nice like this. Make sure it goes up right there, goes out right here. Make sure we get a big space up here, and let's just redraw that, because that does not look like a Gorilla Tag. So I'm not gonna make the width too much down here, and draw it up like this. Make sure it goes inward like that, and then I'm gonna make it go outwards. I messed it up. So I'm not gonna make it too wide down here. I'm gonna bring it up like this, and then make it go back, and then make it go out again and back inwards like that. But I'm not the best at drawing, so this might take me a few attempts. Comment down below if you think I'm good at drawing, because a lot of people did last video, but I myself don't think I am. Anyways, I made this. Whoa, that is perfect. And on accident, I just made the perfect face shape. So the next thing we can go ahead and do is grab a light gray color up here and just fill in this entire face with it. Nice like that. And if I double click the layer and mess around with the settings we used earlier, I could get a look that looks like this, and that is really what we need for this gorilla to look like an emoji. And the next thing we can do is make the face. I'm gonna make the eyes first. These look terrible. The first thing I'm gonna do is make the eyes. I'll make them nice and round like this. Make sure they go up here and then end them right there. Make sure they go nice and roundly down here. Okay, these are fine. Alright, and there we go. I just drew the perfect eyes. So now let's go ahead and draw the pupils, which shouldn't be that hard because they're just a round circle going around like this. Nice. Alright. Wow, never mind. That looks terrible. And to do that, I'm just gonna make my brush really big and draw a circle in the middle like that. Just grab a white color up here and make these tiny little dots right there, because the Gorilla Tag character has that. We could also color the inside of the eyes white. And now I'm just gonna go ahead and draw the rest of the face, which we can start off by doing with the nose. There we go. And now we can do the mouth. And there you have it, a gorilla tag emoji. But before I move on to the next emoji, I'm gonna troll my friend to see if he thinks it's real or not. And as you can see, my friend Snake is now online, which is the guy I'm gonna troll with the emojis. So I'm gonna go ahead and call him, and hopefully he answers. Yo.
Hello?
Dude. I'm not even joking, bro. Like, dead ass, I just found like a new gorilla tag leak for one of their upcoming updates. You wanna see it?
Wait, what is it?
Let me show you. It's gonna be a bit strange, but just trust, bro. I got so excited when I saw
You're
it.
speaking kind of weird. What is it?
There you go.
What the hell is that?
What do you mean? Gorilla, it's an emoji.
What is that? That is not real. You're telling me this is real?
Yeah?
That's not real.
Okay, bro, whatever.
There's no way.
Alright, see ya, bro.
Alright, bye.
And since Snake didn't believe that whatsoever, I'm gonna have to make these next emojis like 100 times better. And the next emoji that I'm gonna make is a thumbs up hand and a thumbs down hand. And I actually have a really good idea on how I can make this. So let's get to working. Alright, so the first thing I'm gonna do is draw a straight line down here and pull it up a tiny bit. Pull it back inwards, which is gonna be the thumb, of course, or whatever. And I'm gonna pull it back up, draw a bit to the left, and pull it down a bit as well. Now I'm gonna make it go up to make the thumb. Pull it back around, make sure it goes nicely down. And there we go. Yeah, no, this looks terrible. Let me redraw it. This time I'm gonna start off by drawing from the top, then going down, pull it back in so I can have one of the fingers, and the same with the other one. Pull it back around, just gonna make a thumb, and there we go. Wait, no, this looks terrible. Let me redraw it. And once I finally got the perfect shape, I fixed it a little bit. I then filled it in with black and did the method I did earlier, and it already looks really nice. The next thing I started to do is drawing the shadows between the two fingers, and once I was finally done with that, I started to shade it, starting with the highlights, and after a bit of final adjustments, I finally made it look somewhat like an emoji. I then duplicated the hand and then put it upside down, which makes the thumbs down emoji. And after that, I'm finally done with all the emojis. But before I show you how to actually get them, I'm gonna have to troll my friend to see if it's worthy of it. So now that we're done with making the gorilla tag hands, I'm gonna call Snake again, and hopefully he thinks these are real. Yo, what's up, Snake? You wanna see something?
Yeah.
A gorilla tag leak? Official Lemon sent me this. You know, the guy who leaks gorilla tag updates.
Okay.
Dude, look at this.
Wait, that's actually... Wait, so the first one was actually real?
Yeah. I don't know how you didn't
No
believe
way.
it.
Wait, that's... I mean, these ones look like they could be a thing.
The other one I found the leak, that one was more of like a improvised one.
Oh, like an unfinished one.
Yeah, exactly.
That's actually kind of cool then. What's like... How do they work?
I mean, I think in the future they're gonna add it to their Discord server, and then people would be able to use them.
That would actually be cool.
Yeah, bro, that would be sick, bro. Using gorilla tag emojis.
Hopefully they add it soon.
Hopefully, bro. Oh, you just got completely trolled. None of these are real. I made them for a video.
What? I knew the first one was fake. These ones actually look better.
These actually look like emojis.
They look like they'd actually be something.
Exactly, yo. Sadly, I don't think Gorilla Tag is gonna make these official. If you want the Gorilla Tag emojis for yourself, go ahead and join my Discord server. There's gonna be like the emojis there. If not, then buy my memberships and you can use them everywhere on YouTube, I think, or just on my channel, whatever.
I'm gonna join the server right now so I can use the epic. Wait, don't add that in.
That was a fun ride, but I wonder what would happen in the next video. Today, I'm making 3 Gorilla Tag album covers with each one having a different genre and design. And later in this video, I'll send all 3 designs to one of the biggest Gorilla Tag YouTubers, and their reaction is crazy. So now let's go ahead and do the first album cover. And for the first album cover, I'm gonna make a ghost type style. And trust me, this is gonna look insane. So first thing I wanna do is zoom into my character. Then I'm gonna render this by pressing F12. And you're gonna see what I'm gonna use this for later in the video. Anyways, now that I've used this guy, I can move him out the way. And now we're gonna make the scenery. And I'm gonna add a tree over here. Then I'm gonna make another tree right here. Now what I'm gonna do is add some grass, which I luckily already know how to do. So this shouldn't be too hard. And there we go, I'm now done with the grass. And the next thing I'm gonna add is some fog to give it that scary vibe that we were going for. Make a new cube, scale it up a bit, and apply the material. And there we go, I just added the fog. And I'm gonna be honest, this looks crazy so far. And now the next thing I'm gonna add is the actual ghost. And this is what we're gonna have to work with. And I'm gonna move him a bit back here. Now I'm gonna press Ctrl Tab to go in post mode. And now it's time to give him a position. I just scaled him up a bit because I felt like he was really small. And so far, it looks pretty good. There we go. Now I'm just going to go ahead and render this. And then we can go ahead and go in Photoshop. So I'm going to add this background first. Then what I'm going to do is add my character. And pay attention to this. What I'm going to do now is mask out his head. I'm going to duplicate it and delete the old layer. Now that I have his head, I'm going to put it on this tree like this. And then I'm going to make a new layer and add some blood. There we go. I just finished adding the blood, but it doesn't really look that good right now. What I'm gonna do is go to layer 2 over here and just change the opacity mode until it looks pretty realistic. And there we go. That looks pretty cool. And now I'm gonna go ahead and add blood to my character. There we go. But it doesn't really stand out right now. So to make it stand out, we're gonna have to do a bit of shading. And I'm gonna do this by selecting the burn tool over here and start shading. There we go. It already looks way better. There we go. But to give it a little more effect, I'm gonna make his eye pupils black just to make him look like he's dead. That looks pretty good. But I'm just gonna shade it a little bit more. And I'll see you when I'm done. And there we go. I'm now done with that. But it looks a little odd right now since the background isn't shaded at all. Now to really give it that scary look, we're gonna add some fog. And trust me, this is gonna be the secret sauce for this album cover. And already you can see that it's starting to look way better. And now I'm gonna change the color of this red guy because I feel like there's too much red going on. And there we go. That looks way better. And there we go. That is awesome. And now for the last thing I'm gonna do, I'm gonna add a camera filter, which is gonna spice this up. And there we go. I feel like this one turned out really sick. Probably one of my favorite designs I've ever done. And let's move on to the next album cover. And for this album cover, I'm gonna have it based off my shark hat. I'm gonna drag it in here and then make it slightly bigger. Now what I'm gonna do is rotate it a bit just to get the right orientation. There we go. And the first thing I'm gonna do with this shark hat is change out the blue color. And then I'm gonna go up to select up here and press color range. And what that's gonna let us do is select a color, for this example, blue. And then it's gonna select every single blue color in this image. There we go. But it still didn't select everything, so I'm just gonna do that manually now. And now I'm just gonna press Ctrl J to duplicate it. And let's see if it works. It did indeed work. But now I'm just gonna cut out these scales over here. There we go. I'm gonna press Ctrl J to duplicate this. And there we go. So now I'm gonna go ahead and change this color to yellow. And I can achieve this effect by double clicking the layer that I want to change the color on. Then I'm gonna select color overlay right here and change this color to yellow color in this situation. Then I'm just gonna mess around with this blend mode over here until it looks good. And this hue color looks pretty good. So I'm just gonna go with that. And I'm actually gonna deselect these scales right here because I feel like these white scales look pretty cool. But it does look a little bit dull right now. So I'm gonna go down here to this half ball right here and then press brightness contrast, which is gonna allow me to make it a bit brighter. And maybe a vibrance node as well. Just like that. Exactly what I wanted. And now I'm gonna grab up a yellow color up here and fill out these blue spaces with yellow. And there we go. Here's the before and here's the after. Now in my opinion, it looks way better. Now the next thing we're gonna do is make the white in the eyes red. And I'm gonna do this by making a new layer down here, then selecting a red color up here and just draw over it like this. There we go. But trust me, it's gonna look way better than this. And now what I'm gonna do is add a bit of shading. There we go. But I'm not done with the shading yet, because now I'm going to shade it with a black brush. And now I'm going to copy these 3 layers and convert them into one. There we go. Now I'm going to copy this eye right here. And I'm going to cut it in half like this. Then duplicate the layer. And then I'm going to invert it like this. And there we go. And now I'm going to draw cartoony spikes around it to give it that old look. There we go. I'm now done with the base outlines of the spikes. And I'm going to go ahead and color it. There we go. I'm now done with the right side. And now what I'm going to do is press Ctrl J to duplicate it. And then press this button to invert it. I'm just going to move it over here. And there we go. It's now almost done. And now I'm going to add a camera raw filter to this. And there we go. That looks so cool. But one last thing we have to add is the parental advisory logo, because that's just iconic in albums. There we go. So let's go ahead and move on to the last album cover. And this one is going to be really special. And we have Kana right here, but I'm just going to do a little bit of adjustments on him. Wow, this is awesome, bro. So we got the tongue details. I gave him a fresh cut, and for some reason, he looks like a baby. So for the album cover, I'm just going to grab a picture of his face like this. And we're not in Photoshop. And what I'm going to do for this album cover is make Kana look as geeked as possible. So I'm going to start off by shading him a bit. Okay, I'm now done shading him. Now the next thing I'm gonna do is go up to filter and liquify. And now I'm just gonna mess around with this tool. I'm not gonna lie, so far it looks pretty tough. There we go, I'm now done. And here's the before and after. And I'm gonna go ahead and add a background. And I feel like this one is perfect for this. And the next thing I'm gonna do is at the end of the mouth right here. And there we go, I'm now done with that. And I'm just gonna go ahead and add some overlays to make this look super geek. There we go, that looks so goofy. And now it's time to do the camera raw. There we go, I'm now done with the camera raw. And I added a bit of liquify to make it look goofy like this. And now the last thing I have to add is of course the parental advisory logo. And there we go, I'm not done with the album cover. So the last thing we have to do is show it to the YouTuber. Guys, I have something really cool to show you guys, okay? Recently, I've made 3 album covers, and these are really sick, okay? But I want you guys to rate them. So here's the first album cover. What are we thinking?
Yeah, I like the blood on you.
Jamin, that's fucking weird. So what would you rate this one out of 5?
I like 3 out of 5.
Are we dead ass? Jamin, and we're not playing around right now. I said be honest. Like, please just Be honest for the video, bro. And this is the second album cover. What do you guys think about it?
It's fun.
I said be honest. I'm being so for real right now. And now for the last album cover. This one is really special to you guys, okay? So make sure to be honest when I tell you to, okay? It's a K9 album.
Yo, Coon.
Oh, fuck, J-Man. I'm just trying to show you guys my work and you guys start fucking what?
Yeah, right between those eyes.
Oh, what the fuck? So, what are we rating this one?
5 out of 5 gooning session.
Thank you guys so much. But wait, there's one more thing I have to say. Are you using an AI voice changer? Be honest.